All right, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're gonna be cooking some chicken breast and some baby potatoes in the air fryer, all right? So, here's what we're gonna do. Anytime we're cooking something in the air fryer, you always wanna start with a little bit of olive oil, all right? So I've got the baby potatoes all cut up here. We're gonna go a little bit of olive oil, and today I'm feeling a little bit of seasoning salts. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. We are also gonna add a little bit of onion salt, which is a new spice that I've tried and I really, really enjoy it. It gives a good flavor. From there, and we're just gonna mix it up. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a minute. In the meantime, we're gonna prep the chicken breast. So we're gonna prep up 3, but we're only gonna cook 2. I'm just gonna have one marinade for a little bit later. So again, we're gonna put that into the bowl. Start off with a little bit of olive oil. You know why it's important to have olive oil? It's actually very good for your brain function. Helps with bones, helps with joints. In fact, I would suggest that you even take a shot of it straight every day as part of your supplementation. So we're gonna throw that in there. Here's a little something, a little secret that I learned. This is mayonnaise, but this is a healthy alternative to mayonnaise. It's something you can get at Costco. And the reason why it's healthier is because it's based with avocado oil instead of canola oil, which if you do a little bit of research, you're gonna find that it's a lot better for you health-wise. All right, so we're gonna mix that in. And you don't need a lot of it, just a little bit of a teaspoon because it mixes really well. And you want to try and make sure that the chicken is completely covered because it's going to cook really well, give you a little bit more browning on your chicken. So today I picked up this brand new spice. It is called Southern Style Barbecue. So we're going to hit it with that. And we're going to hit it with lots of that because I want to get a good spice. We're going to put a little bit of pepper just to give it a little more spice. And then here we're going to throw in just a little bit of panko. Okay, so my suggestion is you don't need to cover it in panko where you dip it completely in another tray, and you don't even need to add eggs. So let's mix it up a little bit more. And then once we do that, we're gonna hit it with the spices one more time. Okay, so a little more. Cover it really nice. And then of course, dash of pepper, a little bit of panko. How much spicing am I putting on there? Whatever I feel like. That's how I go ahead and do it. So, whenever you're cooking chicken breast, you wanna make sure that you put your parchment paper on because these little wire mesh shells will hold on to that chicken and it can be a bit of a pain to clean up, right? So we're gonna put 2 breasts on. And one is gonna go into the meal prep container and we're gonna use it up for tomorrow. All right? So right over here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it into the top shelf. Now, like I said in the previous video, what I want you guys to remember is when you have your Pampered Chef Air Fryer, you're gonna be getting this cooking guide. This cooking guide is gonna be your Bible. It's gonna tell you what to cook or how long to cook each and everything for. So, we got chicken breasts in there. We're gonna roast it for 18 minutes. That's what they suggest. I know now that from personal experience that the thicker the chicken breast, you wanna go just about a minute longer. So this time around, we're gonna roast it. So if you have a look here, you just simply turn the dial. We're gonna go down to the roast function. It suggests 18 minutes, but what I wanna do is I'm gonna go 19 minutes instead, okay? And that's it. You hit the button and it does the rest. In the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the roasted potatoes ready, put them on the air fryer. And in 1 minute, we're gonna add those in as well. All right, so check this out. This is how easy it is. So you got your potatoes, make sure you put them on parchment paper. You simply open it up, you add them in. We're gonna put it onto the bottom shelf, close the lid, and it just starts cooking. Easy, just like that. What I want you to know is when it comes down to the Pampered Chef, the reason why I fell in love with this is because of how easy it is to cook things. You do not have to preheat your oven. There's no preheating, so in the amount of time it takes to preheat an oven, you've already cooked all of your food already. In addition to that, as far as space saving, one of the videos that we're gonna shoot eventually is gonna be how to make toast. And this will make you the most perfect toast. So if you're looking for that spot to put your air fryer, get rid of your toaster. This will fill it in just fine. All right, chicken is all done. So remember, anytime you're cooking meat, you want to rest it for a minute. Look at how good that looks. Look at that, perfect. So we're gonna let that sit there for a few minutes, but in the meantime, we're gonna pull the potatoes out, bring them over here. All right, so in the meantime, we're gonna get these potatoes here. So just as a rule of thumb, whenever you're cooking potatoes like this, so an actual potato, cut them into smaller pieces and use it for the exact same amount of time that you cook the chicken. Go ahead and cook the potatoes, making it even easier. And don't forget to put a little bit of oil in there so it gives it a little bit of crisp. And then of course you're gonna flavor it up with your favorite spices. So we've had a few minutes to rest. Let's have a look and see how it looks. All right, right here. Look at that. Look at how juicy and perfect that is. One thing I'm gonna recommend when it comes down to meal prepping and chicken, always cook fresh every day. The night before, what you can do is prep it by putting it into a container and let it marinate with your favorite spices, a little bit of oil, and then you simply cook it the next day, always fresh. Because we all know, if you've ever reheated chicken, usually it never tastes as good as it does fresh. So anyways, check this out. Look at how much moisture is still in this chicken here. Look at that. That's perfectly cooked. So let's cut into the other one. And remember, we put a little bit of that panko on there, so it's gonna have a nice crunchy exterior. Be nice and moist on the interior. That is a perfectly done chicken breast. And don't forget, you just want to follow those instructions that they give you in the cooking guide, and you'll have that perfect chicken every time. So let's just go ahead and plate it up. And there you go. If you were to add a vegetable to that, let's say broccoli or a side salad, you have a perfectly balanced meal, very healthy and very fresh. So air fried chicken breasts, courtesy of Pampered Chef.